What is up, JG603 here, owner, operator, and of course, the greatest cruiserweight champion in TSW history. Here for another round of power rankings. A little bit of rundown of the pay-per-view as we go through those rankings as well. Let's dive on in, baby. As always, we got some outside looking in type fellas. Oh, that's my bad. It timed out on us there. Coming in hot, though, a couple good buys, honorable mentions, as always. We got LeBron Tony, of course, tough showing, unable to capture the money in the bank briefcase there. Of course, Tiger Jet, who dat? Count out lost, but he's getting another shot this week. Tiger Jet versus Roldy. They win, they will face the one and only mixed tag champs, of course, and Steph and Roldy at Saturday night's main event, which breaking news will be June 21st, I do believe. Of course, Z-Rock. I love you, Z-Rock. Appreciate you always holding down the fort, sir. We're going to get you situated real soon, at least I goddamn hope so, here in TSW. And of course, big time TS2 suite. Great showing in that electric hardcore title match with Young, but let's dive into the official top 25, baby. Starting things off, respect where respect is due. You know, if I had my brothers, he wouldn't be ranked here, but the booking committee pushing for Clap to get a little acknowledgement here. Great showing through the fire and flames like a Dragon Force song. Impressive stuff there. Earned some respect in the locker room. The fans certainly, maybe a little bit from me allegedly, but I tell you what, someone who I hope I don't have to see anytime goddamn soon. Enough is enough with that, man. We got Dargan, speed of enough is enough. The Dargantics has fallen here, no longer BMI champion. Of course, Ched running with that strap. Interested to see what's next for Dargan. If I have a sneaking suspicion, we have not seen the last of him, and we'll see him again this week, probably causing all kinds of ruckus. Another guy lost the title, lost the rematch. We're talking AJ here from 19th to 23. By the way, Dargan from 2024 Clap, previously unranked here. But of course, AJ losing the Universal title to Swanee. Another guy, I'm just to see what is next for him here in TSW. A lot of belts he hasn't held yet, so you got to think maybe he's got his eyes on one of those divisions. So if you have a belt here in TSW, except for me, of course, AJ is not a cruiserweight. Keep your eyes peeled, ladies and gentlemen. Into the 22 spot, unranked. Tough end of the pay-per-view for him. We're talking Schmitty, of course, was expected to be in that Money in the Bank ladder match with a 1 in 8 chance to win that thing, but attack backstage, not quite sure who did that, but what we do know is his boy Animal backed him up, took the spot, and is now Mr. Money in the Bank. So congratulations to Animal. Tough showing by Schmitty, but interesting to see when we see Schmitty back in action. Expected out for at least a couple weeks here, maybe by Saturday night's main event. He is fit as a fiddle and ready to get back in the squared circle. Another guy, welcome back. We've got DJ Scorpio, of course. We'll be facing Swanee, likely at that Saturday night main event pay-per-view extravaganza here. DJ, of course, you know, he's done a lot here in the tag division, yet to hold singles gold. Will this be the first belt of the Anomaly? DJ Scorpio, we're going to find out, baby. Unranked as well. And one more unranked. Jumping in here, we got Prodigy, of course. Won the steel cage match, taken out backstage, wins the underground, wins this rivalry, and Prodigy will certainly have a high-level title match in the very near future. Will that be Thursday? Will that be at the Saturday night's main event? We are going to find out in the very near future here, ladies and gentlemen. But Prodigy starting to heat up here in year 2 in TSW. Tough fall here, back just one spot, but man, has this guy been electric. Only been beaten once in singles competition. We're talking the Meckle Monster. Thought we had the Monster in the bank. Turns out that is not the case. You know, he's a little bit upset with how this thing went down, so certainly controversy surrounding that match. You know, Vibe showing up, Animal replacement goes to win the match. Mech feeling a certain type of way, so we'll see how things shake out here in the upcoming weeks with one Mech and a guy who can't be happy with how this pay-per-view and dropping 10 spots in the rankings to boot. We're talking the former heavyweight champion, Road Dogg. Easily the scariest man in TSW, a guy you do not want a piece of, and trust me, I know that firsthand. Of course, I faced him before for the heavyweight championship last year, but Raw, you know, he talks a lot, always backs it up. He's a guy who, we talk about belt collecting, he is a big fan of that. You know, former 3-time tag champ, heavyweight champion. We have it in decent authority. He's got eyes on the possibility of a Grand Slam situation, so we'll see how things shake out here in the future for one Road Dogg. Now, we go through a stretch of 6-7 straight re-entries. We've got Roldy and Steph, not really jumping up the rankings, not really falling, of course, one via count out. We'll see how things shake out. Touched on that earlier, of course, the Houdats. Possibly it's Saturday's main event, but depends on if Tiger Jack can win that singles match against Roldy this upcoming week. We've got the women's tag champions, of course, in Jen and Nuggies. Fantastic wins there, but not quite able to jump up the rankings because, of course, we'll go to the top of these rankings and you'll see just why they're still where they are. But Nuggie is undefeated, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what's next for the women's tag titles here in TSW. Clean reset there. Another reset. We got Rox, Fend, and Fritz. Fritzy still undefeated as well, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we are talking about the trio that is known as Congregation 50 Days, halfway there, breaking Team America's record. And there's been a lot of talk of groups forming to try to take down the Congregation. So we're going to see if a group can congregate to take down the current trios, champions, all those guys staying right where they were in the rankings, fittingly enough. And now the top 10, unranked, welcome back. Unranked to Money in the Bank. We're talking Animal. Loved seeing Animal back in the squared circle this week. Fantastic return to form. Looking good. Could he be the first ever two-time heavyweight champion TSW history? We're going to find out in the very near future because, you know, he's going to pick his spots. He is a student of the game, long-time wrestling fan, and he knows his Money in the Bank lasts a year. He is in no rush to cash that thing in. So if you are the heavyweight champion right now, of course, Boxie, head on a swivel. Albrecht, head on a swivel, baby. Coming to the 9 spot here, we've got LBJ, King of the Ring, drops back just 3 spots here, inactive this week. Of course, we'll be facing Boxie, and we can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, that is the main event of Saturday night's main event. Yes, indeed, guys, LBJ versus Boxie. We're getting that match right away, just a couple short weeks. I cannot wait to see these two go against each other. We're talking 2 massive fan favorites in TSW, 2 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen. LBJ, Boxie, Saturday night's main event. Where will that be? We're going to find out in the next week or 2, ladies and gentlemen. But you got to think we're probably wrapping up the European tour with that title match. And talk about big title matches, up the rankings 2 spots. And, you know, the top of these rankings, the top like 6 are rock solid. But Swanee looking good here at number 8, of course, reigning Universal Champion. We know we'll face DJ Scorpio at the Saturday Night Main Event, as we've spoken of here. But we'll see what's next for Swanee. He's looked unbelievable in 2K25 this year. Really a new man, new persona, new mindset here in TSW, and he has been absolutely electric. One loss being, honestly, a match he shouldn't have lost against CJ and the Ambulance. You know, that huge fall off the top got reversed. Can't believe he lost that one, but Swanee, Universal Champion, 1-1 with DJ. Rubber match coming up in a few weeks. Now, number 7, jumping 2 spots. We've got Thick Ched, BMI champion. Looking good out there. Stops at Argantix, Iron Ham, and Last Ham Standing. Those are 2 incredible matches to win. Ched's in a good spot right now. No real contender looking down at him. So we'll see what's next year for the thickest of Cheddar Daddios here in TSW. Of course, last year's promo, BMI, and wrestler of the year. Looking to maybe do it again because, man, killer promo. Maybe his best work, to be honest with you guys. But now the top 6, the Sinister 6. We've got Emma Rose jumping 1 spot here. Unbelievable with this title reign. As of today, as of, I guess, Sunday would be 52 days, has passed Huggies as the 2nd longest combined reign, but Emma with the longest single reign in TSW history in this division. Of course, coming for Steph's big record, but you got a long way to go. Bunch of title defenses before then. Emma says, I'll defend the title at Saturday's Main Event, but you got to beat me first, and you're going to have to earn it. So we have a championship contender match this week. Emma will face a mystery opponent, and if they win, they will have a title match at Saturday's Main Event. Worth mentioning, Emma, undefeated in 2K25. That is a big, big aspect in this story right now. But now, the never-ending story that is the tag team champions. Landmark stays at 5. Finn's gonna stay at 4. Finn got the win again, got the pin. Finn to pin, pin to win, Finn to win here. In it to win it, Finn it to win it, baby. What do you say? Stop, enough. Enough, it's too early. It's too early for this. You guys couldn't tell, we hit our Rogue Energy bright and early code, JG603, 20% off. Tag champions, man, I believe we are gonna be at about 120 days. Let me just double check here. I didn't have my title information up, so mind me uno minuto, por favor. 109 days, so 116. We're gonna be looking at 116 days when we come back for Thursday Throwdown, and we can confirm we're gonna keep these guys defending these belts. We're gonna keep these guys working because they have been electric. borderline unstoppable. I mean, nearly 4 months. That is unbelievable. Longest reign bar none. Truly incredible. But we're gonna keep testing these guys and see who could possibly knock them off. And so earlier we talked about Clap's ranking. We talked about the ranking committee, and I'm not happy about this one. I'm not happy one bit. And you'll see why right here. What? Come on. We're talking the face that runs the place. The face of the cruiserweight division, longest reigning cruiserweight in history, 77 days. When we wrap back around for Thursday Throwdown. Third? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to be filing an official report here. I believe there's something going on in the booking committee. The ranking, I should say, that I don't appreciate. I feel like we should be number one. All right, Yunk, sure. I'll give Yunk, he's undefeated. I'll give him that. But third, I guess maybe a little fair when a guy goes 45 minutes in the longest match in TSW history. We got to give some love to Boxie, you know. I wanted to come and realize, that's fine. It is Boxie. Boxie, the best of the best, man. Truly electric inside the ring, on the mic, behind the scenes, producing some incredible music. I'll give you hats off to you here, Boxie. Number 2 ranked here. We'll be defending against LBJ Saturday's main event, but I'll take 3. That's fine. I'll take third. Third's a great spot to be in. We'll take number 3. It's there. 603. 603 indeed. Well, Boxie, of course, reigning heavyweight champion on a heater, but few things get bigger, literally, than the tank, Yunk. 21-0. Maybe a little bit of controversy there, of course, involving one R-Truth. Welcome into TSW, sir. But end of the day, undefeated, best of the best. I don't know who's going to put this man down, but I'm excited to see what he's up to. Of course, every single week defends the title. Is the 24/7 title. Got defended every single show. So, Yunk, big match this week, Thursday. I'll give you something one-on-one. We'll let you did a couple one-on-one. We'll give you a good test. Let's see how things shake out. But guys, that's all we had for you here today. Of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, ding, activate it, all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. TSW to the moon. And one more thing before we get out of here. Of course, if you guys check out us live on Twitch, we talk a little bit here and there about some other stuff going on, and there's been a challenge issued. JG will defend the Cruiserweight title once again because, if we're going to be number 1, we got to earn it, ladies and gentlemen. So, this upcoming Thursday, JG versus DT2. Yes, we beat Cap, we beat Kopak, we beat DT. DT2? You want some? Come get some, baby. Well, I appreciate y'all. Y'all been the best. Y'all been too sweet. I'll catch you next time. Woo. Appreciate you. Bye. Get your rogue, baby.